Apple's September event, Hulu Plus for Apple TV, Amazon's iTunes Match competitor, more Retina Mac apps, and Taken 2. It's Wednesday, August 1st, 2012, and this is iWake. I'm Tim Chaten, and this is what's going on in the Apple world today. Good morning, and welcome to another edition of iWake. First up today is the long-awaited Apple event for the next generation iPhone. The date has been confirmed by Jim Dalrymple and many other credible sites that I take as it's going to happen. The date is September 12th. iMore.com shares that iMore has learned that Apple is planning to debut the next iPhone at a special event on Wednesday, September 12th, 2012, with the release date to follow 9 days later on Friday, September 21st. Jim replies with this standard, "Yep. This is a rather exciting event. I am really looking forward to what the next iPhone will be. As much as I love my iPhone 4S, new stuff is always fun." On a happier, even brighter note than this makes me believe that iOS 6 will be coming out in September, not October. So we are getting very close. As it's August, we are a month away from iOS 6 landing on all of our awesome iOS devices. So very exciting news to kick off the show. Very, very cool stuff. And other news is Hulu Plus. That's right. It's on the Apple TV as of yesterday. It appeared without much notice and without a software update. It should just magically appear on all Apple TV 2s and 3s. Many users will need to restart their Apple TVs, but beyond that, it's just there. Hulu Plus, in my mind, is the last piece of the puzzle for cord cutters. With Netflix, Hulu, and iTunes, you have a wide variety enough of content that cord cutting is a one-stop shop with the Apple TV, not to mention all the sports avenues you have with the Apple TV, as well as all of the podcasts and things like that available. It's a great, great box at $99. The Roku does offer Amazon streaming that the Apple TV does not, but the Roku does not have iTunes. So it's kind of a break-even point. With the elegance of the Apple TV, it makes it a clear winner in my mind. Also, the AirPlay capabilities from iOS and OS X give it another leg up. Someone speculated that because of Mountain Lion, its ability to AirPlay Hulu is there. But why not put Hulu on the Apple TV? It just makes sense. The timing does kind of bring down the question, though. Is it because of Mountain Lion and AirPlay that we actually have it? Anyways, another big win for Apple. Another big shoe to drop yesterday is that of Amazon taking on Apple's iTunes Match. This is Apple's first real competitor in this arena. According to TechHive, Amazon has made some sweeping changes to its Cloud Player service, and in the process taken direct aim at Apple's iTunes Match. Cloud Player now provides basically iTunes Match. Free access to all past and future Amazon MP3 purchases, similar to Apple's iTunes The Cloud feature. Where things get really interesting, though, is Amazon also scans your iTunes and Windows Media Player libraries and matches the songs on your Mac and Windows PC with those in Amazon's 20 million song catalog. Songs that are matched don't need to be uploaded, which saves you lots of time and bandwidth getting your music collection in the cloud. And matched tracks are upgraded to 256 kilobit MP3 files, so pretty cool stuff. This is all thanks to licensing agreements reached with Sony Music, EMI Music, Universal Music Group, Warner Music Group, and more than 150 independent distributors, aggregators, and music publisher. If that sounds familiar, TechHive notes that's because that's exactly how Apple's iTunes Match service works, except they use AAC and Amazon uses MP3. The big difference, however, is the number of tracks you can store. iTunes Match, costing $25 a year, lets you upload and match up to 25,000 tracks, not including those you purchase from iTunes. That can be a sticking point for many people with large collections. Amazon's Cloud Player free version stores all your Amazon MP3 purchases, plus gives you space for 250 tracks. But for the same $25 a year that Apple charges, Amazon gives you basically endless tracks at 250,000 tracks. It's 250,000 tracks, 10 times the amount of iTunes Match. Think of it as Amazon saying, that's a nice business model you got there. it'd be a shame if something happened to it. So Amazon is really, really coming after iTunes Match here. 250,000 tracks for the same price as iTunes Match. Amazon has more to say about subscription plans and the differences between Cloud Drive and Cloud Player on their help page you can find over on Amazon.com. The Cloud Player works on Android devices, including the Kindle Fire, the iPhone and iPod Touch, and through the web browser, your computer. But Amazon also announced on Tuesday that it'll be bringing Cloud Player support to Roku and Sonos streaming hardware in the future. So that's TechHive's coverage of this, and I think they did a great job with it. My take, kind of wild news. I personally would not like this approach as it doesn't integrate with iTunes directly except for the matching process. The biggest use I have of iTunes Match is logging into a fresh Mac and streaming my entire library right onto it through iTunes, not some web browser. I don't want that. I want my MacBook Air empty of music tracks and streaming everything. I don't have storage for it. I want iTunes to stream that and see that, and I want that approach. It is cool seeing this competition. I am hopeful that this will push Apple to that 250,000 limit that Amazon has. Anyway, some nice competition and a good alternative for those with large collections or if you're an Android user. Now, on to some app news. First up is Gmail for iOS. Now, the app lets users save any attached pictures to their photo library. To save an image, you simply need to touch and hold it. And the update also adds smoother animation and scrolling for the iPhone iPod Touch, as well as the bug fixes that are found in most releases. Pretty neat. Hopefully, the Sparrow team can turn this app around as it's got a long way to go. In other Google news is Chrome version 21 for the Mac. Yes, version 21 is out. Chrome 21 is now crisp and clear for those who took the plunge on Apple's new laptop, but would rather not cling to Safari for the web. That's according to The Verge, or Engadget here. No matter what hardware you're using, though, Google has rolled out its promised WebRTC support to let webcams and microphones have their way without Flash or other plugins. Pretty cool. Other notable tweaks, support for wider cloud print and gamepads tag along in this update as well. So there you go. If you use Chrome, it'll update magically in the background, so you probably have it already. Next up is a nifty menu bar icon for everyone missing it in the Mountain Lion. Menu bar is in Mountain Lion basically just shows percentage or just an icon. Now with this menu bar, you can basically do what you used to be able to do. According to their site, battery time shows the remaining time of your MacBook's battery. The beta version runs until August 15th, GMT time at midnight. This is a pretty cool menu bar. It solves a problem that many people have, and it's a nice thing to have. This is found at batterytimeapp.com/beta. Last up in app news is an update to DJ for the Mac. The marquee feature in this update is Retina support for the MacBook Pro. Besides that, the app includes improved compatibility with AirPlay on Mountain Lion, and it fixes playlist folders not being shown in the DJ Remote app. You can purchase DJ from the Mac App Store for $10, which shocked me as I thought it was going to be a much more expensive app. Closing out the show today are a few odd and ends. First up is a story of great customer support for iTunes. I had an instance this week where I wanted a refund on a product that didn't live up to what it was, and they did that within hours. But beyond that, the support rep double-checked with me a few days after to make sure everything was resolved. I did not email back a thanks for her refund initially out of just courtesy to the rep's email inbox, which I'm sure gets tons of email every day. Her email is as follows. Hello again. This is just a quick follow-up to your previous request. I want to ensure that your iTunes Store issue has been taken care of. I'm looking forward to your reply so that I can be certain it has been fully resolved. Sincerely, Kayla. So yeah, iTunes support is getting better all the time, and this is just one example of that. Last up today is Taken 2. I saw the trailer before a movie the other day in theaters, and color me excited. I'm a huge fan of Liam Neeson, and Taken was one of his finer pictures. Taken 2 looks to be another hit that I cannot wait for. It arrives this October 5th, I believe. Related to that is a rather awesome tweet I came across by @ELClinto. It reads as follows. Liam Neeson trained Batman, Obi-Wan, and Darth Vader. He is both Aslan and Zeus, and he punches wolves. Why would you kidnap his family? Yeah, rather awesome. Anyways, Taken 2 comes out October 5th in theaters. I'd recommend checking it out as it'll be epic and awesome. So anyways, that's Taken 2, and that closes us out for the show today. And that's what's going on in the Apple world today. If you like this show, please review it in iTunes. And also, iWake Again subscribers, you got a bonus episode that's out today, so check your feeds. If you are an iWake Again subscriber, that's out right now. If you want to sign up for that or get more information about it, just visit iWakePodcast.com/again. Join me tomorrow for another edition of iWake. Have a great, great Wednesday. Aloha.